Have you ever felt like building wealth is impossible when you're starting with nothing? No savings, no connections, maybe even debt. If that's you, you're not alone. Thousands of people are stuck in the same place right now. But here's the truth, many millionaires today also started from zero. The difference is, they followed a few simple, proven steps that changed their lives. In this video, I'm going to share 7 powerful steps to build wealth from nothing. Stay until the end, because step number 7 is the one most people ignore, and it's the step that will truly separate you from the crowd. Let me give you a quick story. There was a man named Chris Gardner. You may know him from the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. At one point, he was homeless, living with his son in a train station bathroom. But through discipline, small steps, and smart decisions, he eventually became a millionaire stockbroker. Why do I share this? Because it proves one thing: you don't need to start rich to become rich. You just need the right process. Quick question: do you ever catch yourself saying, "I'm just not good with money," or "I'll never be rich"? If yes, pause for a second and type yes in the comments. You're not broken. You've been following beliefs that keep your wallet small. In this part, we'll dismantle those beliefs and replace them with thinking that actually builds wealth. Step 1: change your money mindset. Why mindset matters. Here's the blunt truth: your bank balance follows your thinking more often than it follows your income. Two people can earn the same salary, one ends the month broke, the other has a growing savings account. The key difference? How they think about money. Mindset controls the choices you make every day, what you spend on, whether you start investing, if you take risks or play it safe forever. Common toxic money beliefs. Let's name the problems so we can fix them. Here are 5 common toxic beliefs. I'm just bad with money. This is learned, not innate. I need to earn more before I can save or invest. Waiting costs you time and compound interest. Money is the root of all evil. This moral framing blocks ambition. I'll be happy when I have a lot of money. That defers happiness and creates endless chasing. Comparison trap: they have nicer things than me. Social proof drives impulse spending. If you felt a twinge with any of these, type the number in the comments. Be honest, the aim is awareness, not shame. Real-life example, from scarcity to abundance. Let me tell you about Lena, a real, everyday example. She worked 2 jobs, paid rent, and still felt broke. Lena used to believe, if I save, I'll miss out. If I spend now, I'll be happy. One day she read a short book on mindset and tried one small experiment. For 30 days she tracked every purchase and replaced one casual purchase a day, coffee, snack, impulse buy, with a tiny act of investment, like putting $2 into a high-yield savings app. She also started a morning affirmation: I can grow my money, one small step at a time. After 3 months, she hadn't earned more, but her savings grew by 8% versus the previous quarter. More importantly, she felt in control. That control led her to apply for a better paying role and eventually start a weekend side hustle. Her income rose, but none of that would have happened if the first change hadn't been inside her head. How to rewire your money mindset, practical steps. Okay, here's the practical part. These are simple exercises you can do today to change how you relate to money. 1. Catch the narrative. For 3 days, write down every money thought you have. Example: I can't afford that, or I'll never get ahead. Seeing thoughts on paper makes them less powerful. Pause the video and write one money thought. I'll wait, type it in the comments when you're back. 2. Reframe the sentence. Turn "I can't afford it" into "How can I afford it?" or "Can I get this later?" This small language shift turns you from victim into problem solver. 3. Micro-investing habit. Start with $1 to $5 a day. Set automatic transfer. You're training yourself to prioritize saving before spending. Visual cue: show the transfer on screen. Set up an automatic $5 transfer right now, and comment "Done." 4. Replace one proof of status purchase. Identify one thing you buy to impress, brand shoes, new phone, and delay it by 30 days. Use that 30-day cooldown. If you still want it, evaluate. Often the impulse fades. 5. Daily affirmation and visualization. Script to read each morning. I am learning how to grow money. Small, consistent steps build wealth. I choose progress over perfection. Visualize one specific financial goal, $2,000 emergency fund, a $500 side hustle month, feel the future is real. 6. Social environment audit. Who do you follow online? Mute or unfollow accounts that push consumerism. Follow people who teach budgeting, investing, or entrepreneurship. If you just unfollowed one account, comment "cleared" below. Some of you will think, this sounds fluffy, mindset won't pay my bills. Fair. So here's the reality, mindset is not a replacement for action, it's the engine that powers action. Without it, smart tactics fall apart. With it, small tactics compound into major results. If you're skeptical, do the 30-day experiment, track, automate, and affirm. Numbers, not feelings, will prove the change. So today's step 1, change your money mindset, is about becoming aware of your money story, interrupting toxic beliefs, and installing small habits that rewire how you act with money. Do these 3 simple things this week. Track 1 week of money thoughts. Automate one small transfer to savings. Delay an impulse buy for 30 days. If you've done any of these, type "win" below, celebrate the small step. If step 1 helped you, hit the like button, it tells YouTube to share this with people who need it most. Subscribe for step 2, where we'll build a budget that actually works for low incomes. Drop a comment, what's the one money thought you'll change today? Be honest, do you ever reach the end of the month, check your bank account, and think, where did all my money go? If yes, you're not alone. Over 60% of people can't explain where half of their income disappears. If this sounds like you, type "me" in the comments. Today, we're going to fix that with one simple skill, mastering your budget. This is not about restriction. It's about control and freedom. Why budgeting is non-negotiable. Budgeting is not punishment, it's a plan for freedom. Without a budget, money controls you. With a budget, you control money. Think about a GPS, you wouldn't drive across the country without directions. Yet, so many of us try to build wealth without mapping our money. The result? Stress, debt, and wasted years. But once you master a budget, you instantly know where your money goes, what habits are draining you, and how much you can save, invest, or spend guilt-free. Common budgeting mistakes. Before we create the right system, let's expose the wrong ones. Do you make any of these mistakes? Guessing instead of tracking, relying on memory. Overcomplicating apps and spreadsheets, getting lost, then giving up. Budgeting for perfection, setting unrealistic numbers, then breaking them. Ignoring irregular expenses, forgetting gifts, car repairs, annual bills. Thinking budget equals sacrifice, so you avoid it altogether. Drop the number that matches your biggest budgeting mistake below. Be honest, awareness is the first fix. Real-life example, Jason's $500 leak. Meet Jason. He made $2,500 a month. He thought he was careful, but at the end of each month he had less than $100 left. When we tracked his expenses for 30 days, the truth shocked him. $280 on food delivery, $120 on subscriptions he forgot about, and $100 on impulse Amazon buys. That's $500, gone, silently. Jason didn't need a higher income, he needed visibility. After building a simple budget, he cut deliveries to $120, canceled and used subscriptions, and created a $250 monthly fun money account. Within 3 months, he saved $1,200, money he later used to start a small online reselling side hustle. Jason didn't sacrifice everything. He redirected money toward freedom. How to build a simple budget that works. 1. Track reality first. Before you plan, measure. Write down every expense for 30 days. Use a notebook, app, or bank statement. Tip: label each as needs, wants, or leaks. Pause this video right now and commit. Comment tracking if you'll do this for the next 30 days. 2. Use the 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs, rent, food, transport. 30% wants, entertainment, lifestyle. And 20% savings/investments. If income is tight, adjust to 60-20-20. 3. Pay yourself first. The biggest mistake. Saving what's left. Flip it. On payday, automate savings or investments. Example: if you earn $2,000, set $200 automatic transfer on day 1. 4. Build sinking funds. Irregular expenses kill budgets. Create mini accounts, gifts, car repairs, vacations. Put $20 to $50 monthly. That way, emergencies become expected. 5. Review weekly, not monthly. Don't wait 30 days to find mistakes. Do a 10-minute weekly check. Ask: did I overspend? Where can I adjust? Set a reminder for this Sunday to check your budget. 6. Reward progress. Celebrate wins. Saved $100 more. Treat yourself with a $10 guilt-free snack. Rewards keep momentum. Objections and reality check. Some people say, I don't make enough to budget. That's like saying, I don't drive enough to need a GPS. In fact, the less you make, the more you need a budget, because you can't afford leaks. Remember Jason's story: he didn't raise income first, he managed what he had. That gave him the confidence to earn more later. Budgeting is not about being rich, it's how you get rich. Step 2, master your budget, is about visibility and control. Start by tracking reality, then apply the 50-30-20 rule: pay yourself first, build sinking funds, and check weekly. Do these consistently, and suddenly, your money has direction. If you're ready to create your own budget plan this week, comment plan below. Let's build it together. If you found this step practical, smash the like button. It tells YouTube this video deserves to reach more people. Subscribe so you don't miss step 3, where we'll uncover how to increase your income with smart side hustles. Step 3, increase your income with side hustles, unlock your earning power. Let me ask you this: have you ever felt like no matter how much you cut back, there's just nothing left to save? If that's you, type true in the comments. The truth is, you can only cut expenses so far. But your income? That has no limit. And in step 3, I'm going to show you how to unlock extra income through side hustles, the same way thousands of ordinary people escape paycheck to paycheck living. Why cutting expenses isn't enough. Don't get me wrong, mastering your budget is powerful. But there's a ceiling: you can only cut to 0. Meanwhile, income is infinite. That's why wealthy people focus on expansion, not restriction. Think of it this way: saving $100 a month by cutting coffee is good, but earning an extra $500 a month from a side hustle? That changes your entire financial future. The mindset shift. Here's the hard truth: most people say, I don't have time, or I don't know what to do. But those are excuses. Everyone has 1 to 2 hours a day wasted on scrolling social media or Netflix. What if you turn that time into cash? That's exactly what side hustles allow you to do: small actions, consistent income. You can commit at least 1 hour a day to building your future income. Real story: Maria's online hustle. Maria was a single mom, working as a cashier making $1,800 a month. After bills, she had nothing left. She thought side hustles required big investments. Wrong. She started with something simple, selling baby clothes her child outgrew on Facebook Marketplace. In 1 month, she made $300. Then she expanded, flipping thrift store items online. Within 6 months, she was earning an extra $700 per month consistently. That extra income allowed her to finally save, pay off debt, and later, take an online course that boosted her career. Maria didn't win the lottery. She just turned free time into opportunity. If you've ever sold something online before, comment sell. You might not realize it, that's already a side hustle. 7 side hustles you can start today. 1. Freelancing your skills. If you can write, design, translate, code, or even do voiceovers, platforms like Upwork or Fiverr pay for it. Start small, charge fair rates, then grow. Real story, Vania, a normal housewife offering resume writing made $200 in her first month. What skill do you have that others might pay for? You'll be surprised how valuable it is. 2. Online reselling, flipping. Buy low, sell high. Thrift shops, clearance racks, garage sales. Then list on eBay, Amazon, or local apps. Example, sneakers bought for $40 sold for $120 online. If you love shopping, why not get paid for it? 3. Print on demand and digital products. Create designs for t-shirts, mugs, or planners. Websites like Redbubble, Teespring, or Etsy handle printing or shipping. You earn passive income. Real story, Peter, a math teacher created motivational quote designs, now earns $300 per month passive. 4. Delivery and gig apps. Uber, DoorDash, Grab, Instacart, flexible, immediate cash. Perfect if you need money fast. Example, one driver worked weekends only, making $400 per month extra. 5. Tutoring or teaching online. If you know English, math, music, platforms like Cambly, Preply, or OutSchool let you teach from home. Real story, Leona, a dancer earned $15 per hour teaching English conversation online. If you've ever explained something well, you could tutor. 6. Content creation, long-term play. YouTube, TikTok, blogging, slower to grow, but scalable to huge income. Start as a passion project, monetize later. Real story, Steve, a fitness TikToker began in quarantine, now earns $2,000 per month from brand deals. How to pick the right hustle. Don't try everything. Choose based on 3 things. Skill match, what are you already good at? Time available, 1 hour per day, weekends only. Goal, quick cash or long-term income. Start with 1. Build consistency. Then scale. Remember, income snowballs when you focus. Some of you are thinking, but what if I fail? Listen, failure in a side hustle is cheap. At worst, you waste a few hours. At best, you create an income stream that changes your life. Would you risk 10 hours for the chance to earn $500 per month forever? That's not failure. That's an experiment. The only failure is not trying. Step 3 is all about breaking the income ceiling. Expenses have limits, but income doesn't. Choose a side hustle, commit at least 1 hour a day, and remember, small streams become rivers. One day, those rivers turn into financial freedom. If you're serious about starting your first side hustle this week, which side hustle are you going to start first? Your answer might inspire someone else to finally begin. And step 4 will teach you how to crush debt fast and free up even more cash. Step 4, crush debt strategically, break free from the chains of debt. Be honest with me, do you currently owe money on a credit card, a loan, or maybe even multiple debts? Here's the truth, carrying debt is like walking with a heavy backpack every single day. No matter how hard you try to move forward, it drags you back. But today, In step 4, I'm going to show you exactly how to crush your debt strategically, with proven methods that real people have used to go from drowning in payments to finally breathing free. Why debt is a financial prison. Think about it, when you owe money, you're not just paying back what you borrowed, you're paying interest. And interest is like a thief that works while you sleep. Here's an example. If you have a $5,000 credit card balance at 20% interest, and you only make minimum payments, it could take you over 20 years to pay it off, and you'll end up paying more than $10,000 total. That's not just expensive. That's robbery in disguise. If this makes you angry, smash that like button, because it should. The debt mindset shift. Most people treat debt like a pet, they carry it around, feed it with minimum payments, and accept it as normal. But debt is not your pet. Debt is a parasite. The sooner you remove it, the healthier your financial life becomes. 2 proven debt-crushing methods. Method 1, the debt snowball. This is the most famous. Here's how it works. List all your debts from smallest to largest balance. Pay the minimum on everything, except the smallest debt. Attack the smallest with every extra dollar you have. Once it's gone, roll that payment into the next debt. Why does this work? Because you get quick wins. Paying off one debt completely gives you momentum and motivation. Real story, Sarah had 4 debts, $500 medical bill, $1,200 credit card, $3,000 car loan, and $8,000 student loan. She attacked the $500 first. In 1 month it was gone. That gave her fire. Within 2 years, she was debt-free. Method 2, the debt avalanche. This one is for the math people. Here's the process. List all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Pay the minimum on everything. Attack the debt with the highest interest first. Why does this work? Because it saves the most money long-term. Real story, David had 3 debts, $2,000 at 22% interest, $5,000 at 7%, and $10,000 at 4%. He attacked the 22% first. By focusing there, he saved over $3,000 in interest. So which is better, snowball or avalanche? The truth, the best method is the one you'll stick with. If you need motivation, go with snowball. If you're disciplined with math, go avalanche. Extra weapons to pay off debt fast. 1. Debt consolidation. Combine multiple high-interest debts into one lower-interest loan. Be careful though, only do this if it lowers your interest and you don't rack up more debt. 2. Negotiate with creditors. Many people don't know this, but you can call and ask for a lower interest rate. Worst case, they say no. Best case, you save hundreds. 3. Side hustle for debt. Remember step 3. Side hustles can accelerate your debt payoff. Imagine using an extra $500 a month not for lifestyle, but to destroy debt. You'd be free in a fraction of the time. If you'd be willing to work a side hustle only to pay off debt faster, comment sacrifice. That's the mindset winners have. Story, James's debt-free journey. James was 28, working an average job, buried under $18,000 in credit card and personal loans. He chose the snowball method. His first win was paying off a $400 store card. That small victory gave him fire. He also drove Uber on weekends and used every penny for debt. In 3 years, he cleared all $18,000. Today, James says the moment he made his last payment, he felt like the world got 10x brighter. That's the power of debt freedom. Some of you are thinking, but my debt is too big, I'll never get out. Let me tell you something, every person who is debt-free today once felt the same way. The secret is consistency. Whether it takes 1 year or 7 years, the key is that every step forward is progress. Don't quit. If you're serious about becoming debt-free, comment which method you'll try, snowball or avalanche. And remember to subscribe, because step 5 will show you how to build an emergency fund so you never fall back into debt again. Quick question: if your car broke down tomorrow and the repair cost was $600, could you pay it without using a credit card? Be honest. Most people can't. And that's exactly why they stay stuck in the rat race. Step 5 is all about creating an emergency fund, your personal financial safety net. This single step could mean the difference between staying broke and finally breaking free. Why you need an emergency fund? Life is unpredictable. Cars break down. Kids get sick. Jobs disappear. Emergencies don't ask for your permission before arriving. Here's the ugly truth: 56% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing money. That's not just scary, that's dangerous. When you don't have savings, every crisis pushes you back into debt. And then step 4 becomes useless, because you're trapped again. Most people think, I'll save money later, once I make more. But emergencies don't wait. If you don't have a safety net, you're gambling with your financial future every single day. How much should you save? There are 2 stages. 1. Starter emergency fund, $1,000, or 1 month of expenses. This is your first line of defense. It won't cover everything, but it keeps small problems from becoming financial disasters. 2. Full emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses. This is the ultimate shield. Lose your job. You can still pay rent, bills, and buy groceries while you recover. Maria earns $2,500 a month. Her basic expenses are $1,800. A full emergency fund for her would be about $5,400 to $10,800. Step by step, how to build an emergency fund. 1. Open a separate savings account. Don't mix your emergency fund with your everyday money. Out of sight, out of mind. Open a separate account only for emergencies. John set up an online savings account named Lifeline Fund. He promised himself never to touch it unless it was a true emergency. 2. Start small, stay consistent. Don't think about saving $10,000 immediately. Start with $10, $20, or $50 every week. It adds up faster than you think. Lisa saved just $5 a day, the cost of a coffee. In 1 year, she had $1,825 in her emergency fund. 3. Automate your savings. Set it and forget it. Arrange automatic transfers every payday into your emergency fund. If you don't see the money, you won't miss it. Alex made a $100 automatic transfer every 2 weeks. After 1 year, he had $2,600 saved without even thinking about it. 4. Cut unnecessary expenses temporarily. Think of it as a sprint, not forever. Cancel and use subscriptions, cook at home, or downgrade services, just until you hit your first $1,000. A couple cut Netflix, switched to home-cooked meals, and saved $300 a month. They hit their $1,000 starter fund in only 4 months. 5. Use windfalls wisely. Bonuses, tax refunds, or birthday money. Don't spend it. Throw it into your emergency fund. That one choice could protect you in the future. Kevin got a $1,200 tax refund. Instead of buying gadgets, he used it to build his starter fund instantly. A month later, his car broke down. Guess what? He paid cash, no stress. What not to do? Don't keep your emergency fund in cash at home, too risky. Don't invest it in stocks or crypto, that's not liquid and could lose value right when you need it most. Your emergency fund is not about making money. It's about protecting money. Story: Jenny's peace of mind. Jenny was a single mom with 2 kids, working paycheck to paycheck. After watching a video like this, she decided to save just $50 a week. 6 months later, she had $1,200. One night, her son had a medical emergency. Instead of panicking, she used her fund. No credit cards. No stress. Today, Jenny says her emergency fund is her most important financial tool, more valuable than her car or even her job security. Some of you might say, but I don't make enough to save. Remember Lisa, $5 a day built her fund. It's not about the amount, it's about consistency. Even saving coins in a jar is better than nothing. The key is starting. You can't afford not to. In step 5, we learned that an emergency fund is your safety net. Start with $1,000 or 1 month of expenses. Aim for 3 to 6 months long term. Build it step by step, separate account, start small, automate, cut expenses, and use windfalls. And remember, your emergency fund is not about growth, it's about protection. If you're starting your emergency fund today, comment start below. And step 6, we'll talk about investing for the future, where your money actually starts growing. Here's a question for you: do you work for money, or does your money work for you? Most people spend their entire lives working for money, but the wealthy? They flip the game. They make money work for them. And that's what step 6 is all about, learning to invest wisely, so your money grows even while you sleep. Trust me, this step is where the real transformation begins. Why investing is a game changer. Let's face it, saving money alone will never make you rich. Inflation eats away at your savings every single year. Example, $10,000 sitting in cash 10 years ago is worth only about $8,000 today in buying power. Meanwhile, if that same $10,000 had been invested in the S&P 500, it would have grown to over $27,000. That's the power of investing. That's why every wealthy person invests, because they understand compound growth. The mindset shift. Investing isn't about luck or gambling. It's about discipline, patience, and strategy. The wealthy don't get rich overnight, they get rich by putting money into assets that grow over time. How to start investing wisely. 1. Start with education. Never invest in something you don't understand. Take time to learn about stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate, or even index funds. Sarah wanted to invest in crypto because everyone around her was doing it. But after studying, she realized she didn't fully understand the risks. Instead, she started with index funds. 5 years later, her money doubled safely. 2. Begin small, but start now. You don't need thousands of dollars to start. Thanks to apps like Robinhood, eToro, or Vanguard, you can begin with as little as $50 or $100. Daniel invested $100 a month into an S&P 500 ETF for 10 years. That turned into nearly $20,000, just from small, consistent steps. The earlier you start, the more compound growth works for you. Waiting even 5 years could cost you tens of thousands. 3. Focus on long-term, not quick gains. One of the biggest traps is chasing hot tips, meme stocks, or get-rich-quick schemes. The wealthy play the long game. Example, if you had invested $1,000 in Amazon in 2001 and just held, today it would be worth over $2 million. That's the reward of patience. So instead of gambling, pick solid, diversified investments and hold. Think decades, not days. 4. Diversify to protect yourself. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Diversification protects you when one investment fails. During the 2008 crash, people who only invested in real estate lost everything. But those who spread across stocks, bonds, and real estate survived, and even thrived when the market recovered. Aim to build a portfolio that includes stocks or ETFs for growth, bonds for stability, real estate or side investments for additional cash flow. 5. Reinvest your earnings. This is the secret sauce. Don't just take profits and spend them. Reinvest your dividends, interest, or rental income back into your investments. That's how compounding explodes your wealth. Jack invested $5,000 in dividend stocks and reinvested dividends for 20 years. Without reinvesting, he would have had $15,000. With reinvesting, he had over $25,000. That's the difference between just investing and investing wisely. What not to do. Don't invest money you'll need in the next 6 to 12 months. Don't borrow money to invest, that's gambling. Don't panic when markets drop. Remember, volatility is normal. Smart investors stay calm and keep buying. Story: Michael's transformation. Michael was a 25-year-old teacher making $40,000 a year. He started investing $200 a month in index funds. At first, it felt like nothing. But after 10 years, he had nearly $35,000. Now at 40, he's on track to retire early. Michael didn't have a huge salary. He just invested wisely and consistently. If Michael can do it, so can you. Some of you may be thinking, but I don't have enough money to invest. Here's the truth, the amount doesn't matter as much as the habit. Even $20 a week puts you ahead of 90% of people who never invest at all. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. In step 6, we learned. Investing makes your money work for you. Start with education. Begin small, but start early. Focus on long-term growth, not quick wins. Diversify your investments. Reinvest earnings to maximize compounding. So here's the truth, working hard will pay the bills, but investing wisely is what creates real wealth. It doesn't matter if you start with $20 or $200 a month, what matters is that you start. Every dollar you invest is like planting a seed. And 10, 20 years from now, those seeds can grow into a financial forest that supports your freedom. Step 7, build multiple streams of income, your key to financial freedom. Here's a question for you, if you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you survive on just your savings? For most people, the answer is terrifying. Because they rely on only one source of income. And when that source dries up, life becomes a financial nightmare. Wealthy people. They never depend on just one income stream. They build multiple streams, so money flows in from different directions, even while they sleep. And in this final step, I'll show you how to build those streams yourself. Why multiple income streams matter. Think of income like a chair. If your chair has just one leg, it's unstable. But add more legs, and suddenly you can sit comfortably without fear of falling. During the 2020 pandemic, millions lost their jobs overnight. Those with only one income stream struggled. But people who had side hustles, investments, or online businesses, they not only survived, many thrived. So the goal here isn't just about making more money, it's about building security and freedom. The 5 key streams of income. 1. Earned income, your job, the foundation. Your primary job or career is usually your first stream. It pays the bills and funds your investments. But remember, it's only step 1, not the finish line. Mark worked as an engineer earning $60,000 a year. Instead of just relying on his salary, he used it to save and invest, which became his second and third streams. 2. Investment income, make money work for you, the wealth builder. This is where your money multiplies, stocks, ETFs, real estate, dividends, bonds. Emily invested in dividend-paying stocks. She started earning $50 a month in passive income. Today, she makes $800 a month, enough to cover her rent, without lifting a finger. This stream grows over time and can eventually replace your salary. 3. Side hustle income, monetize your skills. A side hustle is a flexible, low-risk way to create a new stream. This could be freelancing, tutoring, delivering food, selling digital products, or even starting a YouTube channel like this one. Jason worked 9 to 5 but started freelancing graphic design on weekends. In a year, his side hustle made an extra $15,000. That money became seed capital for investments. The best side hustles use your existing skills and scale with time. If you'd love me to create a video listing the top 10 best side hustles for 2025, type side hustle below. 4. Business income. Build systems, not jobs. This is where you shift from working in a job to working on a business. Businesses can scale far beyond what you could ever earn as an employee. Anna opened an online store selling handmade candles. Within 3 years, she scaled it into a brand making $100,000 annually, far more than her old salary. The secret? She built systems, hired freelancers, and automated sales. 5. Royalty and digital income. Get paid again and again. This is the most powerful stream because it pays you for work you did once. Think ebooks, online courses, YouTube channels, music royalties, or even stock photography. Paul wrote a $15 ebook about productivity. He published it online and now earns $500 a month consistently, passive income from a one-time effort. The internet has made this stream accessible to everyone. The layering strategy. You don't need all 5 streams at once. Start with your job, then add one more stream. Once that's stable, add another. Layer them over time. Imagine this: you keep your job, $3,000 per month, build investments, $500 per month, start freelancing, $700 per month, and later launch a digital product, $400 per month. That's $4,600 a month, and multiple safety nets. Story: Rachel's journey. Rachel was a nurse, earning $50,000 a year. She started investing, $200 per month, then launched a health blog that eventually made $1,000 per month in ad revenue. Later, she created an online course for $50, which sold hundreds of copies. In just 5 years, Rachel went from 1 income stream to 4. Today, she works part-time as a nurse by choice, not necessity. You might be thinking, but I don't have the time or skills to build extra income streams. Here's the truth: you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start small. Even an extra $100 a month is a new stream. Over time, it grows. The wealthy didn't build empires overnight. They started one stream at a time. In step 7, we learned 1. Why multiple income streams are essential for security. 2. The 5 key streams: job, investments, side hustles, business, royalties. 3. The layering strategy to add streams over time. This is how you break free from the rat race forever. So here's the challenge: this week, pick one new income stream to start. Whether it's investing, freelancing, or creating something digital, take the first step. And if this video gave you value, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of your journey to a wealthy life. Remember, wealth isn't just about money. It's about freedom, choices, and living life on your own terms. This is the end of our 7-step series, but it's the start of your financial freedom. So go out there, take action, and build the wealthy life you deserve.